So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. In our previous video, we opened up on the Frank Edoho story. I took us back to history, down memory lane, and we recounted how he left his first wife Catherine 7 years and 3 kids into the marriage because she wasn't his choice. He only married her because she got pregnant for him, according to him, and he couldn't stand being in prison with someone that he really didn't want. And so he left and moved on with Sandra.
Please, nobody divorced me. I took my suitcase and I left the marriage. That's it. Facts.
I revealed to us how that second marriage also ended, and how he took to social media again to announce that he had moved on to his third soul mate. He didn't get married to this third soulmate. He just told us that he has found that person, his person. But shortly after that announcement, he also came out to say that he is no longer meeting with that soul, and that in fact he is not interested in anything commitment. That video ended when I revealed how an anonymous blog exposed an alleged affair between Frank's second ex-wife Sandra and singer Chike, now nicknamed the Anti-Malice Police. If you are new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Some of you even say that you subscribed and you do not know how you managed to be unsubscribed. Oh yes, system glitches can happen. So do me a favor now by going down there and checking if you are still subscribed. Hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, because you know that once you come in, you're going to get premium value here. And drop your thoughts down in the comment section, because it is wonderful to know how you feel. Don't forget to grab a copy of our book, The Unbroken Spirit. It is a wonderful guide for rebuilding, for discovering, for introspection, for self-reflection, for making our marriages and relationship work, and for being strong in the event it doesn't. It is a wonderful guide for singles and married men and women. Grab a copy by scanning this code or making recourse to the link down below. Well, after that anonymous blog broke the news, she supported her allegations with voice recordings allegedly had between Frank's ex-wife Sandra and the singer. And in those voice recordings, we could hear a woman in a conversation, a phone conversation with a guy, and she was sort of admitting an affair happened and her husband, in fact, let us listen to it together.
Let's do one last thing, and then by the time we're done with that last thing, we block each other, like from where we are. Hold on now, have an open mind. Have an open mind now, calm down. Wait now, I've not finished talking and you're talking rubbish. So I'm saying, let's be definite about it, right? It's not just blocking, but also just Xing. No, like Xing, like never talking again, never ever talking again, never ever seeing again. But then one last thing has to happen before that happens.
Well, after that news got out, Frank got an outpouring of love and support from people who commiserated with him. People trooped out in their numbers to show support and empathy for him at the ordeal that he had to endure, suffering an unfaithful wife. He was the man of the moment, and he took to social media to express his heartfelt gratitude. This was what he said. Over the past few days, I've received an outpouring of kind messages, prayers, concern and goodwill regarding my separation and ongoing divorce proceedings. I truly appreciate the empathy. While I understand that the public is only just becoming aware of this chapter, I have lived through it privately for quite some time now, almost 2 years in brackets, and have since made peace with it emotionally. Life unfolds in different seasons, and sometimes moving forward quietly is the most dignified path one can take. I am well, focused, at peace, and deeply grateful for the love, respect, and support so many of you continue to show me. Thank you kindly. And then he put a love emoji. Oh, what a gentleman. People were so touched. They were like, why is it that it's the good men that suffer wicked and bad wives? Why do bad things happen to good people? Well, it seems at this point, Frank's ex-wife, soon to be ex-wife Sandra, had had enough of what she has now termed misinformation and lies. She couldn't sit silent anymore, and she took to social media, coming out with her own side of the story. Let us break it down together. She headed it, surviving a bitch ass nigger, Frank Edoho. What is going on here? People were like, I thought you were a quiet girl. Where did this venom come from? Because ever since Frank married this lady, nobody has heard her voice. So we were not expecting this kind of violence. She said, choosing to remain silent may give mixed signals to the narrative that a sadist and narcissist peddles, making everyone believe he is a victim. People were like, Sandra, sadist, narcissist. She went on. Choosing to marry a man, raising our beautiful kids single-handedly, building and growing a successful design business, and giving myself wholly, undiluted, and faithful through and through. Until you decided that while I am pregnant with our first child, you would rather have a prolonged affair that lasted years with an actress, Umbong Amata, amongst other women. Hey! Church Abasala, Father Allah. This lady is saying that she chose to marry him, raise their family, single-handedly building businesses, everything, and she stayed faithful, wholly, true, undiluted to him, until he decided that while she was pregnant with their first child, if you hear pregnant with first child, you might think that maybe the child came 25 years after the marriage. This lady got pregnant immediately during their first year of marriage. So she's saying that the hurt, the betrayal, the infidelity from Frank started immediately. And she is not saying allegedly, some woman, a lady. This lady is dropping names. And the first name she has dropped is Umbong Amata. This Umbong Amata is the ex-wife of Jetta Amata. Jetta Amata is the brother of Fred Amata, who is the ex-husband of Ibinabo Fiberesima. Hey, God have mercy. Divorce na water. So she is saying that until he decided that while she was pregnant carrying their child, he would rather have a prolonged affair that lasted years with actress Umbong Amata amongst other women. Where do I even begin? The nights crying on the floor, begging that you see me, with you walking out and not returning home for days. Or the days you tormented me to abort our second child because you were in numerous relationships and not ready to be a father. Throughout the emotional, psychological, mental, and physical torture and abuse, I stayed committed, faithful, shielding you, carrying you like an egg. What is this woman alleging again? Physical abuse. I don't like this because Frank has consistently denied that he's not physically abusive. He admitted to emotional abuse, silent treatment, deflecting, and all of that. But He is saying, remember that Catherine also came out when her marriage with Frank ended. She came out to say, men should not be hitting their wives. They should learn to walk away when things get tense. She seriously alleged physical beating, temper. She said, Frank, oh God, temper. He has a very hot temper. He's a beater, a wife beater. That allegation almost cost him his place at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
I was still doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I was in the UK. My boss calls me. She said, hey, the sponsor, they are hearing things about you. Right. They said, you're not going to present this program anymore because of those rumors. Yeah. They said you commit domestic violence and stuff. You're a wife beater. You did this, you did that, you did that.
He said it by himself, but he denied it. So why is his second wife coming out again to say physical torture and abuse? That Frank was not only emotionally, psychologically, mentally abusing and torturing her in the marriage, that he was also physically abusive. What are these repeated allegations? What do you guys think of this? Let us start to drop down in the comment section. Because when one person is saying one thing, or two or more people are saying one thing, and one person is denying, we really do not know what to believe.
Just to dare to disagree with what the man says, it becomes like it's a challenge in the home. The woman is challenging the man, and then tempers free, and then you snap, and then there's a slap, and they say, I'm sorry, and then, okay, perhaps it's a mistake, he won't do it again, and then he does it again, and then he does it again, and then he does it again. And there's nothing wrong, or nothing to be ashamed of, if you start your life all over again. If your happiness is what matters, and you need happiness to thrive and succeed, then why not?
Today we are talking about normalizing making yourself happy. Nobody can bring you peace but yourself. So enjoy your life, make yourself happy, whether you're single or married.
She said, I stayed committed, faithful, shielding you, carrying you like an egg, but you are a shell, washed up and dried out. You live for validation of the internet. So enjoy your 10 seconds of pity party. This lady is alleging that Frank is a narcissist, that he comes out to social media to act like a victim, to act like a good guy, to put up a front of a guy that has his life, his family all put together, intelligent, focused, but in the house, that he is two-faced. He has a different personality. He is wild, wicked, emotionless in the house. That he is not that person that he projects himself to be in public. That all he lives for is packaging and internet validation. She didn't stop there. She said, a deadbeat. That is exactly what you are. Again, hey, you know why these allegations are hitting me like this? Assuming this was the first time I'm hearing this, I'll be like, I cannot believe anybody, because one person is saying one thing, another person. But everything that this woman is saying is exactly what his first wife echoed when their first marriage broke. Remember that Catherine even had to drag Frank to welfare. Are you aware? For abandonment, for being a deadbeat, for refusing to carry his responsibilities, that he dumped their 3 children for her alone to cater to physically, mentally, and financially. He wasn't doing nothing, but he was presenting himself as a put-together guy on television. But he abandoned the children. Catherine had to drag him to welfare for him to be responsible for his children. And now this woman again that has 2 children from him is calling him a deadbeat. A deadbeat is a father that refuses to be a father by sperm donation alone, a father by biology but not by actions. She is saying, I single-handedly sponsored your lavish lifestyle. I single-handedly paid all your bills. The trips, business class tickets, 5-star hotels, luxury trips, all the home bills, including that of the other children from your previously failed marriage. I took your mom abroad to the United States, and she lived in my parents' home For years, I tried to cover you. This is serious. This lady is alleging. Remember, I'm using alleging because that is what she is saying. This is her own side of the story. She is saying that in addition to the infidelity she was going through, remember that I told you that how you treat a woman when she is pregnant, she can never forget it. If you treat your woman wickedly, with cruelty, with disloyalty, with indifference at that vulnerable part of her life where her life is on the line, trying to give you a child, trying to bear your child, how you treat her during that period is a scar that can never be forgotten. But she is saying that despite that treatment that he gave her, she was still single-handedly responsible for all the finances, both domestically and the frills, the travels, the trips. That ever since Frank left Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, he tried to renegotiate upwards after 13 years, which is not bad. He felt like he owns that show and the show will not want to lose him. So he gave them a very high bargain, which they couldn't reach a middle ground. And ever since he left that Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, he hasn't really gotten anything strong he's doing financially, right? So this woman is saying that despite that, she covered him, she sheltered him, she shielded him so the world will not see his shame, projecting him business class tickets, 5-star hotels. That's all those things we're packaging with her own money. She went for that. I tried to protect you, tried to shield you. No one knew how empty you were, how empty you still are. Now, Frank himself has admitted that he didn't use the word empty, but how he described himself, he almost described himself as empty. That he is so depressed, he jogs with sorrowful music, he's in a state like in an enigma, a bubble of a perpetual state of unhappiness. He cannot feel anything. So this woman is saying that not only that the world does not know how empty he was, but how empty he still is. That through his cruelty and his emptiness, she was not only taking care of him, she was taking care of the children from the failed marriage he has. She said, have you ever paid school fees? Have you ever? All you did was abuse the financial access you had to my funds, squandering my money on prostitutes and loose women. Yeah? So many numerous transactions in Lekki hotels, Airbnbs, lounges and bars. You sold my property without my permission for chicken change and still squandered the earnings from it within 1 week. Yeah? On different girls, documented evidence day. Chai! The woman was boiling. Are you hearing what I'm hearing? This woman has left mental, physical, emotional abuse. She has entered financial abuse. In fact, these are all the abuses. Have you read my book? Please go and read The Unbroken Spirit, where we broke down different types of abuse for you to understand how it works and recognize them from afar before you become a victim. This woman is alleging all the kinds of abuse that exists in the book, including taking her property without her notice and selling it and squandering the money on loose women, and that she has documented evidence. She went for that. Disappearing for weeks on end with loose women and hoes. Hoes like Adeze Ubuaja at the Hard Rock Cafe. Hey, this woman is dropping receipts. So she's not doing allegedly like Uncle Tubaba. She is dropping names. And when a married woman starts dropping names without fear of litigation, without fear of backlash, matter. And wele kelego. Or is it Tega Dominic? And she did what? She tagged the Tega. This woman is a savage. She tagged the Tega at I am. Is it not? Wait, first and foremost, why is it that whenever we're having any discussion on sleeping with people's husbands, infidelity, we must get 1 or 2 BBN, Big Brother Niger alumni in the mix? Is this what they teach people there? Anywhere discussion of husbands sleeping, husband snatching comes up, we must get one name from BBN girls. What is going on? Now, this same Tega is not the Tega that went to Big Brother, that was married and started a relationship with Boma, started flirting and doing lovey-lovey with Boma as a married woman. Is it not this same Tega? Correct me if I'm wrong. Please start to drop your comment section. Is it not this same Tega that after the Big Brother, her marriage couldn't survive her misbehavior in the house? Her name has been mentioned here again. Oh. She said, "At I am Tega." Or is it Amaka Okeke tagging her? Diary of a Lion Queen. Whom you claimed you were trying to get endorsements and sponsorship for. Who wants to be a millionaire? Who you brought into our home to sleep with on our matrimonial bed. Hey, you know, Frank has mentioned earlier that women of this generation, they don't want to be like our mothers. Remember that video that I analyzed now, that I said, Uncle Frank, if you are looking for women like your mothers, the only way, come, let me tell you the solution. Some of your mothers, their friends did not marry you. Go and marry your mother's friends. That is the only way you would see, because our mothers, grandmothers back then, when their husbands bring women into their home, the wives will prepare food for the women and serve the man and his side chick, his hoe, and excuse them to do what they want to do. Many mothers of those days did it though. So many men now, they want the replication. They were like, why is it that it's during my time? You know, impunity is sweet. For people that complain of corruption, if you benefit from corruption directly, that is when you know that corruption is sweet. Oh, hey, impunity is sweet when you are the direct beneficiary of it. So a lot of men these days are angry that, things that our fathers and grandfathers enjoyed. So it is during my time that this game, this Bet Niger game, want to cut. No. Women, be submissive now. Be like our mothers. Why are you changing this thing now that it's my turn to enjoy? Oh no. Uncle Frank was telling us that women should be like our mothers. See what the woman is saying, that Uncle Frank brings his hoes into their home. So maybe when Uncle Frank was saying be like your mother, could it be that that's what he was saying, that you have to enjoy and manage that thing just as our mothers did it? That's what I'm saying. I am just trying to understand what this woman is trying to say here. That Uncle Frank brought in his hoe into their home to sleep with on their matrimonial bed. Or, she continued, is it the smelling prostitutes whom you led into our home, where I had to video record you escorting her to the gates? So she's saying that she has video evidence, so that if you try her, she will publish it. Or is it the hoe you had on your Snapchat, frolicking in her bikini, snapping with your own phone while you were there blowing kisses to her? Hey, are elderly men on Snapchat? Do you know, I didn't know that what Snapchat is. Recently I know that men and women go to Snapchat to hoe. The only thing I do on Snapchat is to use filter. I didn't know that Snapchat is a whoring avenue now. Well, please let me know down in the comment section if you know. I didn't know that a lot of Sodom and Gomorrah things happen on Snapchat. I just thought it's for filter. I don't know. Now filter, they use my own duo. So she's saying, or is it when I caught you talking to one of your girlfriends for over an hour and I barged in on you with so much anger? I almost passed out from anger for real. Tapes and evidence day. So as this woman is alleging, she is saying that she has evidence. But what is really the point of sharing with the world? They will still talk, mock, laugh, and make skits. You, Frank, can go to a faceless blogger and post. Frank, you don't want to go there. Where do I start? Where do I begin? I was a great wife, a faithful wife to the core, but a time comes when a woman must choose herself. I chose myself and walked away. Filed for divorce too. So she is saying that forget this one, Uncle Frank is coming to social media to brag that he left the marriage, that she was the one that filed for divorce when she had it up to here. As an adult woman, I am free to be friends and date whomever I please. Please move on with your life. To family and friends who have walked this journey with me and know the truth, thank you for your prayers. So she is saying that according to how she arranged this thing, according to that she walked away, and that as an adult woman, she is free to be friends with whomever and date whomever, and that she is free to date who she wants. So Frank should move on. Because first to do, no the pain, but second to do, now winch. And she concluded by saying, to family and friends who have walked this journey with me and know the truth, thank you for your prayers and your support. And she dropped her pen in the basket of basbos. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have the two sides of the story. What are your thoughts? Let us start to share them all down in the comment section. Do you want to know mine? Let me see whether I will do a video breaking this down and addressing this whole thing holistically, including the lessons that we can take both from Frank and the woman. But for now, let us begin to share our thoughts now that we have heard the two sides of the story. All this while, it's been Frank's story that the whole world had, but now the wife has come out to drop some really shocking revelations of her ordeal and the torture, both physical, mental, emotional, financial, and psychological, that she had to endure throughout the course of their marriage. Let us talk down in the comments section. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you are new here, you are seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your thoughts down in the comments section, and stay glued, for we have so much more coming your way. Don't forget to join our premium and exclusive channel where I drop wise nuggets for you on life, love, relationships, and marriages. There is so much you're going to learn directly from me. So scan this code to join on school, or even more conveniently, you can join here on YouTube by looking down there just beside my picture. Below, you would see join. Click join and join exclusive channel here on YouTube to get powerful but premium and exclusive content that would shape your whole life. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in our next one. For now, bye.